Hey everybody, Mike here. Hope everyone had a wonderful Easter weekend. Wanted to get my weekly report out. Usually do this on Sundays, as you know, but since yesterday was Easter, wanted to wait a day to get it out to you. I enjoyed being the Easter Bunny this weekend and enjoyed a nice breakfast and dinner with my family and an Easter egg hunt with our kids, and I hope everyone enjoyed some fun time with their families, whether that was in person, via Zoom, or a drive-by. Where we are, here are the numbers updated as of today. So we are at 1,761 cases with 41 total deaths. 277 folks are deemed recovered, 204 hospitalized, and I think what is good news, 10,543 people that have been tested are negative. That negative actually counts only one per person if they've been tested multiple times and came up negative. That 10,543 number is per individual. Just a recap, the Poly Drum and Waste site opens this Saturday, April 18th. Only thing I can say is yay. I know a lot of people have been doing yard work and have been waiting for this to open. I'd only ask that you maintain the social distancing, maintain 6 feet away, and just be smart. With everything opening or closing on a daily basis, we want to make sure this stays open. It's a valuable and viable community resource. So just use common sense, be safe, and hopefully this will be something to get us through this time. Paper Mill Road closure. The full closure has been extended to 75 days instead of the 10 days, which would roll into temporary lane closures and things of that nature. The reason why is that we found that since the COVID restrictions have gone into place, roughly 17,000 people are going down Poly Drummond in that area, Paper Mill Road, my apologies, during that area on a given day. And that has actually been reduced down to between 3,800 and 4,300 a day. So they're going to maintain the full closure for the 75 days, and they're very comfortable that they can get the work done between then while we're still not on the road. So I think that is very good news. And again, that's kind of on Paper Mill, that's kind of between Fox Den and the cutoff between Possum Park and Paper Mill Road. Hosted a Zoom meeting this past week, a community Zoom meeting, and had special guest Dr. Jennifer Horney on. She is an infectious disease expert and the new chair of the epidemiology program at UD. I thought it was a really good session. Sent it out on my community newsletter list so people could see a recap. So I'd encourage you to look at that. Had a PPE partnership with the Hockessin Fire Department. This past weekend, we went to roughly 65, 70 neighborhoods between Saturday and Sunday so they could see the Easter Bunny, yours truly, and get PPE items collected from the local community. A lot of smiles and good items donated. You can still donate online, so I'd encourage you to donate a few dollars to the Hockessin Fire Department as a thank you and as a way for them to get some PPE. The Business Relief Task Force, we've had 2 meetings thus far, first with the SBA and the Division of Small Business. Last week we met with Secretary Cade in the Department of Labor. Still a lot of questions coming out of the Department of Labor, specifically around independent contractors. On Tuesday he mentioned about 7 to 10 days to where they'd get some fine-tuned definitions of scope from the federal government on where the aid will be dispersed to programmatically and the aid itself being dispersed. So that roughly puts us at around Thursday of this week or early next week. So hoping for some good news here soon. I know a lot of independent contractors have reached out and they'd really like an update on that. So he said 7 to 10 business days, and that was last Tuesday. So hopefully some good answers soon. But more good news, we are having our next Business Relief Task Force meeting on Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. and Senator Chris Coons is going to join us. I have to thank Senator Coons. If it wasn't for his advocacy and hard work, Delaware would not be getting the amount of money in the stimulus that it did. So I got to thank Senator Coons and looking forward to that discussion on how that's going to flow on Wednesday. Today, a multi-state council was formed to get people back to work and restore the economy. For each state, there will be one public health official, one economic development official, and then the chief of staff. That'll be true for each of the states. Basically, what they want to do is create a regional framework to gradually, and I say that tightly, gradually lift the state's stay-at-home order and minimize risk of spread. So I think it's good to have a regional framework. Hopefully we'll get that down and nuance down to a state framework, which we've desperately needed for the last several weeks, and better prepare us for something like this moving forward. Calls to action, still doing the FBP. Food, if you know anyone who's food insecure, please email me and let me know so we can get them food for our dry food bank location. Business Relief Task Force, we will continue to work on that and deliver recommendations to the governor's office. And then PPE, still trying to collect PPE for our first responders and our long-term care facilities. Thank you so much for your generosity thus far. Please continue to reach out to me. I come and pick it up from your porch or your curb and collect it all and deliver it. So safe and healthy way to do so. And then the quote of the week, I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the community, and as long as I live, it is my privilege to do for it whatever I can. And that's by George Bernard Shaw. So let's use that quote this week. Give yourself to the community, whatever you can, nothing too little or too much to do. We are going to get through this. I think we will be stronger. Things will look different, but it'll be on us to make sure it looks different in a good way. Thanks to everybody. I hope you have a wonderful week. And please reach out to me at michael.f.smith@delaware.gov with any questions or concerns. See ya.